So this is the Vivek Ramaswamy speech. Like I said, I think I'm going to go to Ohio. And the word that we're looking for is denial. We have to deny Vivek Ramaswamy the governorship. This is the only race I care about in 26. It's the only one I care about. People talk about, well, we got to keep the House and whatever. This is the race that I care about. This anchor baby cannot become the governor of Ohio. I don't care if it's a Jewish woman that wins. The anchor baby cannot become the governor of Ohio, because what kind of message would that send? That sends a message that you could say and do anything to white people. They'll tolerate any level of disrespect. White people tell themselves, well, I got to go and vote. I mean, what are we going to have, a Democrat? You're going to affirmatively vote for somebody that has told you that he owns your country. Your heritage means nothing. Your ancestry, the struggles of your ancestors means nothing. So what means anything to you?
Now, some people will get upset because of the YouTube title. You can see them in the comment section. Like, if you scroll down, you'll see a lot of individuals emotional. And I understand that. But you guys don't understand me. I'm not being sarcastic. Like, I genuinely think that Nick Fuentes just had the galaxy brain idea. And I think we all should be like him. Like, that's what the right-winger does. They vote Democrat. Now, I had a more retarded take where you would go into the primary, and if there's a candidate that you don't like, you would try to support someone else within the primary. And maybe if your candidate doesn't win, then you talk about what you're going to do in the future. But no. Like, I think Nick has it. Like, I think he's got it locked down, People should vote Democrat consistently. And the only thing that I'm worried is that the left is going to steal this idea as well. And this is a huge danger, because, like, Nick is going out in the public with his battle plan, which, again, like, I can see how effective it's going to be. And imagine if Destiny tries to copy that. Because, see, the thing that I'm worried is the next presidential election. Like, I know I'm not American, but, like, what happens in America affects me. So, like, for instance, when J.D. Vance gives the middle finger to the European Union, like, I want to support that. And I can support that morally, like, maybe even financially, like, I can donate some money to Nick Fuentes so he can keep going. But I'm genuinely terrified that Destiny is going to steal this shtick, because you're going to have the next presidential election, and chances are it's going to be J.D. Vance and some Democrat on the other side. Now, I already know how Nick is going to vote, right? Like, he's going to say, well, J.D. Vance is married to an Indian woman, so, like, he cannot have the presidency. And so he's going to vote Democrat, right? Like, powerful tactic. But what if Destiny says, well, my Democrat doesn't support Palestine as much as I do, so all of us leftists have to vote Republican. And then you're going to have, like, the presidential campaign where, like, Nick Fuentes encouraging right-wingers to vote Democrat, and Destiny encouraging Democrats to vote right-wingers. And you're going to see, like, this powerful forces just colliding against each other, canceling each other out, and then you get J.D. Vance as the president, and that would be horrible. How can we call ourselves right-wingers if we support someone like J.D. Vance as the president? All jokes aside, though, I know that a lot of people are very emotional about these talking points, and I know you're not supposed to talk against Nick Fuentes now. Like, Sargon Khan likes Nick Fuentes. Tucker Carlson likes Nick Fuentes. I don't like Nick Fuentes. I generally don't. And the reason that I don't isn't because, like, oh my goodness, he's a Nazi, he's anti-Semitic. It's like, blah, blah, blah. How can he say, how can he allow? No, that's not why I don't like it. Because, like, I've been around the internet for more than a decade. Like, I've heard all of the talking points. The reason that I don't like him is because I think he's controlled opposition. And I'm not making this argument lightly. I'm not saying this as an insult. I'm saying this after noticing more than a decade of what this gentleman is doing. If you disagree with me, let's put it like this. Let's say you're a Democrat and you can actually influence Nick Fuentes. But hypothetically speaking, right? Like, you got a genie in a bottle, and the genie says, look, just tell me what you want, and Nick Fuentes will do it. If you're a Democrat, what more would you want Nick Fuentes to do? Seriously, like, legit question. Like, what more that he is doing right now you would want him to do extra? Because I can't think of anything. Now, if you're upset at me, just tell me, right? Like, if you can post in the comment section, it's like, V, if Nick Fuentes was actually controlled opposition, the way he would act would be such and such. And I read that, and I'm like, it's, okay, fine. You know, you have a point. I apologize. I will make another video and say, you know what? I've been retarded. You're absolutely correct. Yes, like, if Nick Fuentes was controlled opposition, he would behave differently than he behaves now. So, like, my question isn't if he is controlled opposition. It's like if he does it for free or he's being paid. Look, this is not like a one-off. This is not like me hearing him going about Vivek, which, again, like, a lot of right-wingers are going. The thing is, like, for a decade, he consistently does this, right? Like, he constantly attacks the right. Is there a single example where he is attacking left-leaning people? I'm sure there may be, right? Because, like, 90% of the content is him attacking the right, so there may be, like, 10% where he's attacking the left. I'm sure there may be. But, like, if you had a leftist that did that, right? Like, if you had Vosh, like, consistently, 90% of the time, attacking Democrats, just nonstop. Would you say that he is a bad person? Like he's an enemy? You know, like, if Destiny said, you know what we need? We need accelerationism. We need people to consistently vote Republican so that things go so bad that eventually the left is going to have enough. Do you think, like, that would work? You think, like, in the European Union, if people say, you know what we need to do? We need to vote consistently for environmentalism. And when people see how bad environmentalism is, they will have enough. How is that working out for us? Yeah, we need to consistently support censorship. Or, like, in Britain, we need to consistently support welfare state, safetyism, mass migration, and at some point people will have enough. I also remember the scandal, which I haven't heard it resolved. Like, maybe Nick has addressed it? But you remember the January 6th scandal where he's, like, encouraging people to go into the Capitol and nothing happened with him due to that, while other people were just tangentially in the aggro area and they got investigated and arrested and shit? Look, the reason I'm making this video is because I'm sick and tired. Like, people keep showing me these videos like he's the Messiah. And I do understand that the world has problems, and the United States definitely does have some as well. But I don't think he's the Messiah. I think he's a leftist. I don't care what the individual tree thinks. When the entire forest votes left, we all suffer. And you know, again, people will focus on Vivek. Vivek. It's like, oh, so V, you're shilling for Vivek. Oh, Vivek. It's not about Vivek. Like, it's the last decade, and I'm willing to bet, I'm telling you from now, the next presidential election, he is going to support the Democrat. I don't even know who the Democrat is. I don't think he knows either. He's going to support the Democrat candidate. And the next presidential election after that, like, I genuinely don't know what will happen in 10 years from now, right? But whatever happens in 10 years from now, I know who Nick Fuentes is going to want to vote for. And I know what will happen 15 years from now. And 20 years from now. As long as he is alive, the man is a consistent Democrat. As long as he's got a D in front of the name, he will support it. The only, like, I would not be surprised if Benjamin Netanyahu goes to the United States of America and fucks Donald Trump's mother. And she has a kid, right? Like, Benjamin Netanyahu's son grows up in the United States and then joins the Democrat Party. Nick Fuentes is going to shill for him. Not necessarily like that. He's not going to say, oh, we need to vote for Benjamin Netanyahu's son. No, he's going to say we need to vote against the Republic. Now, people keep asking, it's like, okay, V, so, like, what is the solution to this? What is the solution? Well, the solution is what I told my Romanian people as well. In Romania, there's this scandal that the food delivery industry is getting a lot of people from Nepal, and it's causing ethical friction. And so the question is, it's like, well, if people are unhappy with this, why do they still order? Just move your fat ass to the fucking restaurant, right? Like, stop doing business with businesses that you disagree with on a moral level, even if they provide the service that you like. Just stop ordering. And if you're ordering, then, well, you want those immigrants there, right? Like, you're consenting by ordering. Americans, for example, they stopped putting up with Bud Light shit. They stopped putting up with Target shit. And immediately the corporations went, okay, fine. Now, I get the H-1B visa thing, right? Like, the H-1B visa is all about tech companies that you have to do business with because you have to use the internet. So, like, fair enough, right? You don't like the fact that social media is hiring H-1B visa workers. Use the social media, but why do you buy the extra packages? I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense when I see people bitching about Twitter and Elon Musk supporting H-1B visa workers, and then they buy the blue check mark. It's like, I understand that you're using Twitter, right? But why do you buy the blue check mark? Why do you buy the extra features? Why do you get the deluxe edition? You don't have to sign up for the Google Drive. You don't have to sign up for the premium package. You don't have to, right? And if, like, people will legitimately do this, and this is what would be advocated, if you think, like, the majority of people are having enough with it, and you don't even need the majority, like, guaranteed, like, if you get 25% of users that would start doing boycotts on companies that behave in a way you disagree, you'd have companies bend over. How do you think that all companies became rainbow companies? Well, because their social media would be on fire if they didn't. And the left would just stop purchasing shit from there. If they were in any type of controversy where they had racismus or homophobismus or transmophobismus or whatever, right? That's how the left behave. And they got companies to kneel. It wasn't like them going around and supporting right-wingers. Like, let's support George Bush, because if we get the other guy winning, then, we're never going to dominate culture. No, they infiltrated various companies, right? And they managed to get into HR and stuff. And they used social media in order to put pressure on those companies. That's how they won. And it took them 20 years. But anyway, right, that's just my take on the issue. Regarding Nick Fuentes, yes, like, I don't expect him to ever go after a left-leaning politician, at least not in a serious level. And I don't expect him to ever campaign for a right-wing politician. The only time that I know Nick actually campaigned for someone was Kanye West, and how did that work out? Anyway, I expect that I'm going to get a lot of flack for this video, because I know Nick is very popular right now, but I want to just have a channel where I generally say what I'm thinking. I don't want to be the grifteur when I just say what's popular, because sure, I can have like a couple of videos from Nick Fuentes and just say, oh my goodness, like, the man speaks wisdom. He is framing things in a way I've never heard before. The thing is, though, like, on one hand, it's really weird that he is being promoted everywhere. And by promoted, I mean he's constantly trending because people from the media are chipping out about him. And this is not how the media usually behaves. Like, usually in the media, when you want someone to go away, you shut the fuck up. Notice how the media doesn't talk about Alex Jones. Notice how the media doesn't talk about Steven Crowder. Like, notice how they generally don't address these people anymore. Unless they want to hurt them, right? Like, when they wanted to hurt Alex Jones and he had no social media, then they talked about him. Because then they knew, like, oh, well, people aren't going to find him. But now that he's got social media and he's back on X and shit, no one talks about Alex Jones. They talk about Nick Fuentes all the fucking time. So it's so fucking weird, right? All of a sudden, like, you look at his subscribers, the rate is growing every single time someone from the media talks about him. Do you think they don't know? Do you think Piers Morgan doesn't know? Of course he does. But more interestingly, is like, he's getting subscribers and he's telling people to vote Democrat. It's just fucking weird. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.